What's up, guys? This is Topher,
And I'm Rackus.
and we are from TNF Battle Blog, and we're going to be giving you our first impressions of Battlefield 1, right?
Rah.
So, how much have you actually played? Do you have any idea?
No. I've played all 4 of the story battle campaign thingies.
Okay, you've wasted your time playing single player.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's not a complete waste because you get to preview kind of the guns, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a shitty campaign, so I'm not impressed with it.
Yeah, I'm not either. I played one mission, and that was it. But I actually played from midnight release to midnight. With only we took like, what, a 2-hour break in there? Or a 3-hour break?
Yeah.
In the afternoon when my internet went down and I wanted to make dinner.
Yeah. And then we took a short break when I made lunch that day too, so.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really count, but yeah, so I looked, and I have my total time played right now is already at 21 hours. And here it is. It's what day is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's pretty good. I played 21 of the 37 hours since it's been out.
It says that mine's only 9 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, but you're a bitch and you went to bed.
Okay.
Like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then got back on with me.
I was fucking tired, dude.
Well, I was too.
Okay.
But anyways, the purpose of this video, though, is to kind of give you what we think of the game, pros and cons, and what we like and what we don't like about the game, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna spawn in on this conversation by talking about the spawn sequence. I think it's a big pro with a couple of drawbacks. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah. I like it. I think they've improved the spawn from Hardline to now.
Do we even count Hardline, or do we just talk about Battlefield 4?
I mean, you count Hardline because it's Battlefield, but I think Battlefield was good, and then Hardline was like 2 steps back. And then I
don't even remember the spawn sequence of Hardline.
It was horrible. You'd spawn in and you'd die. That was the spawn sequence. And then, I think Battlefield 1 is like a huge leap forward from...
Well, yeah, I think so too, because 95% of the time you and I are playing, we're playing TDM.
Yeah.
And to me, the biggest thing that jumps out is that now you can actually spawn on teammates in TDM, and I love that.
Unless they're taking fire. But to kind of get to people, to get off of the default spawn and to get to a teammate can be a little tough. But I love the fact that you can spawn on people. Yeah, I don't like that when, like, if I'm going to spawn on you and I hit X and you start taking fire, it spawns me fucking hella far away instead of just not spawning me at all.
Another thing that I like is that when you die, I like the fact that you don't just go to a black screen, or it actually used to fade to black in Battlefield 4 and then give you the spawn scene. It actually zooms out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you can actually have a good idea of what's going around your body and also get some intel, especially when you first start playing, because it pulls out and you know where in the map you died. And so when you spawn back in, it zooms in to where you're spawning. So you know where, if danger close is going on or whatever.
And it gives you, like, the spawn time's a lot longer. Like, you'll sit there forever. It gives me a better chance to revive you if you go down.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we're gonna talk about is, like, if you die, you don't have like that. I think it was like probably like a 5-second countdown, or was it 10-second? I don't even know.
It was quick.
But yeah, it went down really quick. And there's been times where you and I were playing, and I failed, and I'm scrambling trying to start a recording and to pick up start and stop times of the recording and go in the other room and grab a glass of water, and I come back, and then you're like, oh shit, you're still here, Pook, and you get me up.
Yeah.
And it seems to go on forever. I know there is a timer, but it seems to go on forever. I really like that.
Yeah, it's really good. And
then if you want to skip all of that, you can. Yeah. You can actually just press and hold X, and that's cool too, because there actually gives you like an idea of where medics are around you. It'll show when they're within 20 meters of you, it looks like.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Kind of.
But yeah, just to give you an idea, you and I stopped playing at what time last night? 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
And yeah, my internet was down here. It was actually down in the city I was in for 2 hours. And so I played from 7 p.m. until 12 a.m. I did not get rezzed one time, so that was frustrating there. But
That's the worst part is like it tells you how far the medics are, but then like you just see them run by you, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 20 meters, and then you're just like, well,
yeah,
that was stupid.
Yeah, it was a waste. Cool. So, what did you have here that you liked in the game?
The visuals, it's a very beautiful game.
It is a beautiful game.
They added a lot of kind of extra stuff to the multiplayer that they did in Battlefield 4 that didn't come out as well as it does in Battlefield 1. And then the overall ambience of the game, I think is just beautiful. There's a map where you're in a French city, and it feels like you're in a French city.
Yeah, that was the first map that we played, and we're actually going to talk about that map here in a second, because I think that's your favorite map, isn't it?
Yes.
And when we first started playing, I kept on going, why is there so much smoke? Like, there's smoke everywhere. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Bitching about that?
Right.
And it's part of that ambiance, because war's a dirty game, right?
Yeah, it is.
And, and it's hard to see, and I would imagine. And, yeah, I think they did a great job here. And there's a couple of times where you felt like you're back.
But it's not just the visuals and the ambience of it either. It's some of the purposefully placed imperfections in the game.
Yeah.
Like I was complaining that the guy was holding the fucking gun with one hand, and it amplifies the recoil to the gun a lot when you're holding it with one hand, as opposed to, because they had a community challenge to kill 100 people with the 1911.
Yeah, with the 1911. Yeah.
And that didn't take that long. That was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I played for 9 hours, and I don't have 100 kills with the fucking 1911.
Yeah, I'm at like I said, 21 hours, and I think I'm total at 72 pistol kills.
But that's one of those
rough.
Yeah, but that's one of those things that during the time period of the game they didn't teach marksmanship using two hands.
Yeah.
You know, when this war happened, a lot of people probably went to that war zone and they probably never went to like a boot camp or anything, or was really short. Like I did a lot of training with firearms when I was in the Marine Corps, so I had a basic idea of how to aim and stuff like that. And then when I hit my unit, we did even more. So my aim was more of a Battlefield 4. But you know, back then they used one fucking hand because it was easy for them. And I think it's the perfect imperfections. Like I cried a lot about the motherfucker holding his gun with one fucking hand.
Yeah, you have.
But it adds a lot to the game, and it makes it kind of unfair for everybody.
Yeah, and then another thing I think that they did that was brilliant is the way that gas is actually used. If there's a lot of people running gas, and they brought gas in Hardline, right? I don't think it was in 4.
It was tear gas in Hardline.
Yeah, but gas, whatever. It had the same effect in Hardline as it does here in Battlefield 4, but I don't feel like it does as much damage in Battlefield 4. Mm-hmm. But I think that's because gas masks are part of your kit, as opposed to a gadget that you have to select and take a spot for, you know, either paddles or med bag or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't use the fucking gas mask. I just try to stay away from the gas. I'll like go out of my way to avoid the gas.
Yeah, I'm with you, because when you're in the gas, you can't aim down sights for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
and also when you can't really tell when you're in the gas mask when you're out of gas.
Yeah.
So that makes it tough. So they added dynamic weather to the map, right?
They did.
And so, you know, it can be raining, it can be foggy, like we said. Or actually, I didn't say, but that was part of my complaints about the smoke and everything.
Yeah.
But so my favorite maps here, my first favorite map is the St. Quentin Scar.
Okay.
Which that's the one in the small French city with the windmill in the middle when you're playing TDM.
Right.
And I just love that map. I think it's really interesting. There's a lot of different places to go. I don't like that all the buildings that you can get into a second level. I don't like that perch, but it seems to be good fights in Battlefield and in TDM. I mean,
yeah.
And then my other one is the Argonne Forest, which is it's probably my first favorite map in the game.
The train wreck in the forest.
Yeah, the jungle-looking one. Yeah. I think that one's really interesting because there's like little pockets that you get used to in Battlefield, like in Operation Metro and Locker. It has the same sort of bottlenecks for really interesting fights that you see in other games. What about you? What are your favorite maps?
The Sinai Desert is one of my favorite ones.
Okay, which one is that? Because there's actually two different desert maps that I didn't even know they're two different deserts.
It's got a water tower, and then it's kind of like a tiny town. It's really close quarters.
Okay, yeah. We're talking TDM, the one with the that's not all city, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then Amiens, which is like a French city, kind of. It's tore down.
That's one that
it's
we
all
played.
Yeah, the first one we played where it's just like a French city. It's all tore down. It's really beautifully done. With all the smoke and everything, I don't know. I like it. It gives me that feeling of being in World War I in France, and I just love it.
And that one, again, I think one of the hallmarks here is that one has great bottlenecks in it as well.
Yeah.
And, you always know when you spawn where you can go to get into a fight, and I think that makes for good play. So now we're going to go over some things that we don't like about the game, right?
Yes, there are quite a few.
Yeah, but I do like the game.
Yes.
And I like the way they changed some of the stuff. Like, I like the new mortar system, which actually is a usable thing, and you can actually use it to get intel as well. Mm-hmm. Because before, you used to drop the mortar shell in, and then, after picking where it goes in the map. But here, you pick where it goes in the map, you drop the mortar shell in, and then you go with the mortar shell.
You watch it
So
fall
I like
in.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, so we're actually going to talk about some things we don't like here.
Yes. Like the no counter to the knife or the melee.
Yeah, you're complaining about this. It really changes a lot of dynamics in the game.
It's like now you can panic knife, I guess, which I have done and I have failed at miserably because it's not a one hit kill no more. So like if you panic knife, he's still gonna stand there and he'll just shoot you in the face.
Yeah, but there's not that awkward empty clip, empty pistol standing in front of each other, nobody wanting to fucking knife dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's more I guess it's more realistic. Mm-hmm. Because if you and I were shooting at each other, you and I emptied our sidearms at each other and we're enemies, each of us are going to attack the other because that's what humans do when they're fighting, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just stand there and like, oh, bitch, you're going to get it when I reload this fucking Unica. Like, you going to get it, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You better ask somebody. Yeah, but so there's none of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like that there's no counter because you don't have any chance of living.
Especially like if you're at, maybe he does hit you and then he runs out of ammo and you're at fucking 12% health.
Yeah.
So he'll just run in and fucking knife you. And
yeah.
In Battlefield 4, the worst part is when you fucking turn around.
Yeah.
And it spins you back around and then it goes into the knife sequence. And you're just like,
exactly.
Fucking damn it. Like, I saw him coming, but I could have countered it, but something happened. And now it's just like, you don't even get that option. You're just going to get stabbed.
I think my biggest gripe is the load times getting into games. I mean, this is...
Yeah.
It is brutally slow.
Atrocious.
And we're talking going from the start menu into multiplayer, but also getting from game to game, because there are times where you're like, dude, where are you at? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm still loading. And you say, well, no, I'm in the game, and I haven't even gotten to through the end of the last game. I'm still sitting there. And yeah, it's rough. And I got good internet.
And some of the worst part is like you have to wait to load the game, and then you have to wait for 10 people to fucking ready up.
Yeah, that's even worse because it becomes more torturous. You do have a 60-second timer, but here's the thing: what's the difference between a 15-second timer and a 60-second timer? Like, just let's get to it.
Yeah, and they took it from, I think it was like 5 or 6 people had to ready up to fucking 10, and it doesn't say anything. You just sitting there staring at a countdown timer.
Yeah, it should be flashing ready, or something, but. And another thing I don't like, and you and I didn't discuss this before we talked about doing this, is there's no quit button. Because honestly, tell the people why why we're sitting here doing this instead of playing right now.
We couldn't quit out of a fucking game.
Yeah. I couldn't quit out of a game, and I went into the kitchen, and I tried to quit the game by going into the PSN button and closing the application, but I was in the other room and I accidentally deleted it, so now we're waiting for 48 gigs to download back to my computer, or back to my PlayStation 4.
And with that, like, even after you end the game, it doesn't give you an option to quit. And when it does, it's really quick. Like, you have to spot it pop up to say quit. You have to hit triangle.
I didn't even know that was a feature.
As soon as you could.
I didn't even know that was a feature. Because every single time, I never saw it. And I had to wait till the game loads, go through this whole 3-minute, 4-minute process, and then play.
And bring down your quit ratio.
Exactly. Yeah, who cares about that? Because one of the things that you hate and you've been complaining about is the battle log.
Yes.
And we're not talking PC players. We're talking PS4, Xbox One players. The stat tracking is atrocious.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They took battle log, which I loved. I was able to track my stats easily. I open up my computer, bam, everything's there. And now I can't find fucking anything. I search forever to find my KD.
Yeah. And it doesn't. Yeah, it's just so different, and there's so much less information than before.
Yeah, I used to go to like the overview screen, and it'd give you your KD, it'd give you all this, and now it just doesn't do that. It tells you how many kills and deaths you have, and what your favorite weapon is in your class, but it doesn't. That's it. It's completely different than the Battlefield 4 battle log, and I don't like it at all. I hate it.
Well, and with that, we're going to talk about stats for a second here. So the starting medic weapon is the CEI Rigati Factory, right?
Right.
And so I ran that for like 100 kills, and then I was like, oh, look, there's an optical one because I don't like these iron sights. So I bought the optical, started running that, and just from the main Battlefield screen, I noticed that my kill number wasn't going up, and that's because it's actually tracking on a completely different weapon, even though the only difference is the fact that it has optics on the optical one.
Yeah.
And so
that's just one of those things where there's not a lot of customization to the gun. So to add another gun, they just took the same gun, tossed an optic on it, and was like, here you go, another gun.
I don't have a problem with that, though.
Yeah.
My problem here is the fact that it tracks it as two separate guns. So if I want to get 500 kills with every gun, I have to do it with the factory, and then I have to do it with the optical, and then I'm going to have to do it with the fucking trench gun, which is the worst gun that I've seen yet.
Some of those guns are fucking atrocious.
Yeah. And then my last little gripe here is the bayonet charge.
Oh, yeah. That's...
I get killed by it at least once a game. There's really nothing you can do.
I guess.
You can shoot him, but by the time you see him and he goes into that charge, you're not going to get him to 100 damage with a lot of the guns that are in the game.
Especially since a lot of them aren't automatic.
Exactly.
Or they are automatic, but they're really slow-firing automatic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the bayonet charge either. I mean, I've used it like 20 times. I think I've got like 3 kills with it.
I've used it like 10 times. I've killed once, and I've been killed 10 times because I fucking miss, and I'm standing there like a fucking twat.
But I have rushed by like fucking 45 fucking people trying to get them with it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, that's rough.
Another thing that they added that I don't like is the elite classes. I think they're OP as fuck. I think because we got into a game and somebody had the like heavy elite class where he's running around with a machine gun, and I mean he just fucking mowed us down. I didn't stand a chance.
He ended up on that game 36-2. In that game,
I think they're fucking OP. If you don't have a full fire team shooting at this guy, he'll just kill you. And I mean even then he'll still rape fucking 5 out of the 6 of you, or 4 out of the 5 of you, however many.
Let's be honest, because at first I thought he was hacking.
Yeah.
And so I took video of it, and I literally was steaming about that guy for like 2 hours until it dawned on me what he was doing, because I shot him and I got him down to 85 health, and he fucking mowed me down. And then you were behind me. I'm still not sure he's not hacking. And when you shot him, and he was at 92 health.
Yeah.
And then I went into the pause menu, and I saw that he had died because it had an X by him. And then I was watching the scoreboard, and I noticed that he wasn't getting any kills or dying. But basically what he was doing is he was camping in the room like a little bitch.
Waiting for the drop.
Yeah, waiting for the drop. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm all for battle drops, but I don't like them. I mean, even the flamethrower class, you're done. As soon as the guy picks it up and hits you with it, it doesn't give you a chance to run away. You light on fire, and that's it.
Well, because in order to put yourself out, you have to lay down.
Yeah.
And you're not going to do that because you need to run. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. So, yeah. But I think overall, I do enjoy the game.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, well, I'll have fun with it when this download completes. Like an idiot.
Yeah, well, hey, it happens. Yeah, at least it wasn't me. We'd be here for
exactly. We'd be here for
6 hours,
days.
4 days.
But at least then I could play.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I am a dick. But yeah, dude, I really am enjoying it. I don't like the lack of variety in the guns, but like you said, that's an era thing.
Yeah, that's a part of the ambiance, you know. Like, I mean, it sucks. It's just because we're so used to playing like other games where they have modernized weapons or even futuristic weapons that when someone takes the time to go backwards and they try to keep it era, specific.
Yep.
The gun has 5 fucking rounds, and you're just like, well, I want 45 because that's what I'm used to. But
yeah. All right, well, we appreciate you guys listening. I hope you found it informative. I do enjoy it. I give it a thumbs up. What about you?
I'd give it 2 thumbs up. I'm really having fun with it.
All right, so please like, comment, subscribe, favorite. And remember to always, isn't it stay shaked?
Stay frosty.
Oh, a Frosty from Wendy's. Awesome.
All right.
All right, talk to you guys later next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.